Good morning, Dragons. I'm Mr. Salerno, and this is Flame, and we want to welcome you to the news of Camelot. Today is Tuesday, May 19th, 2020. It's still cloudy outside today, Flame. High of 66 degrees, 14 hours, 25 minutes of sunlight, so that's a plus, but still a little less sunny than we'd like it. Oh well. And speaking of being cloudy, I'm feeling a little cloudy because Flame is not happy with me. He said that he caught me trying to get into his Hershey Kisses jar over there. Maybe I did. I'm not saying anything. But Flame is upset with me because I didn't ask for permission, and he is very good at knowing when someone's been in his candy jar. And that brings us to this day in history. And on this day, May 19th, 1911, the first criminal investigation in the United States was based upon finding fingerprint evidence in New York City. They convicted, or they found guilty, some criminals just by telling what their fingerprints are. They were able to identify the person with their fingertips. And dragons, all of us humans, have fingerprints that we are able to make because there are special oils and greases on our hands. No matter if we wash them really well, or we leave them alone, we're able to make a mark no matter what we touch and everything we leave. So things that might be able to be grabbed or leave a trace, you can't see it from the camera, but every time I press on like a phone or a computer where I touch a lot of things or this glass, I leave a trace. How about that? And police often use fingerprints to identify the different people that were around, let's say, a crime scene or a different spot in public, right? And they have special tools that they're able to use. They are called forensics tools, but we can do a little forensic investigating here too, maybe with a little bit more of an artistic flair. And part of it is because there are three main types of fingerprints. How about that, Flame? There are three types. What are they, you ask? I'm glad you asked, Flame. There's the whorl pattern, which is on the left side. See how it kind of looks like a whorl? Makes sense. There's the loop pattern, and there's the arch pattern. And if you ask me, the loop and the arch look kind of similar, right? But nevertheless, they are different, and those are the three main types. So the oils that you leave and everything that you touch, right? That might smudge, that might leave a clue as to what type of person was there. And everybody's fingerprints are different, right? So we thought it'd also be fun if we took something like this art kit. We think it's washable, maybe, and we're gonna make some fingerprints. So I'll choose yellow. How about that? And I'll press it down right here. Ta-da! I should have chose a dark color, but don't worry. I made a green one earlier, and check that out, dragons. It's a fingerprint turtle, and now I have a fingerprint sun, and my fingerprint turtle is sunbathing in my fingerprint sun. You can make some fun art animals. Or what about a tasty fish for your buddy to pretend like he's going to eat? Huh? Or a flock of bluebirds. Isn't that fun? So if you don't need this special fun pad, you can maybe write some washable markers if you get your folks' permission and press down and make different animals. And it can be grapes, it can be a fun art scene. I know Miss DeSoto and Miss Jenkins would love to hear all the creativity that you have. But nevertheless, dragons, arch pattern, whorl pattern, loop pattern, we have one of them, and you have a unique code on your fingertips. Dun, da, da, da. It's time for the birthday box. And speaking of fingerprints all over, you'd see my fingerprints all over the birthday box because we usually have birthdays, right, Flame? Like today, where we have two birthdays. Both young ladies in first grade. Tamara Martinez-Cloray in Miss Snyder's class, and Rachel Watts in Miss Sulis's class. Happy birthday, ladies. That's awesome. And hopefully they don't get in trouble putting their hands on the candy jar like somebody. We don't have any mail from our kiddo dragons, but we do have a nice reminder here from Miss Vickers that we read yesterday that we want to make sure you understand that you can be part of. Remember, dear Flame, I'm wondering if you can talk about Book Madness Club for grades 3 through 6, like we talked about yesterday. We meet at 9 a.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, via Google Meet within the Google Virtual Library Classroom. And she writes a very nice letter that we read yesterday about shouting at the rain. And if you don't have the book, that's okay. You can still write Miss Vickers, and she can find you a copy, or she might be able to deliver one to you. But make sure you write her. Miss Vickers is so friendly, and she and Miss Rubin will be part of this Book Madness, and they want you to be part of it too. So make sure that you write them. And look at this. You might notice I hung up Miss Flaherty's postcards. Smart Start, Cheerios, and now, wow, Mini Wheat's Little Bites with a fun message. And I read it already, Dragons. Check this out. We've got some trivia on our hands. Hi, Dragons. Flame has really gotten me into this bird feeder thing. Just yesterday during my walk, I must have spotted a dozen cardinals. Did you know, Dragons, the northern cardinal is the most popular state bird? I did not know that. The northern cardinal is the most popular state bird. It's the state bird of Virginia and 6 other states east of the Mississippi River. Let me know if you know what they are. Lots of love, Miss Flaherty. So Miss Flaherty wants us to see if we know the 6 other states that have the cardinal as their state bird. She gave us 1, that's Virginia, so we need 6 others. And if you want to write us, Dragons, and let us know what those 6 states are, Miss Flaherty gave us a clue. They're on the east side of the Mississippi River. That's helpful. And there are 6 of them. You can write Miss Flaherty directly. She'd love to hear from you. You can write me. You could write Camelot. You could write Miss Vickers. We just want to know if you know what the answer might be. So we wrote on here, guess the number, right? Guess the number. And we thought it would be fun, since Flame is not thrilled with me, if you, Dragons, could guess just how many Hershey Kisses Flame is guarding in that jar. So I already got in trouble, so I know my fingerprints are on them, right? What do you think, Dragons? How many Hershey Kisses are in this jar? A beautiful silver, blue, green, pink assortment. We'll keep guessing. If you want to give us a guess, we'd love to hear what your guess is. But you can only get 1 guess. And we won't tell you what the answer is until we get the right answer. How about that, Flame? Even if it's worth 25 cents. Which you remember, Dragons, was yesterday's riddle. Thank you, Emma Ortiz. Emma asked us, what has a tail, a head, and no body? A coin has a tail, a head, and no body. You can't pay us off so easily, Dragons, but you can make your best guess. How many Hershey Kisses? What are the 6 state birds, or what are the 6 states that have Northern Cardinal as their state bird? Or some jokes and some riddles. Maybe you want to be part of Miss Vickers' book club. We got a lot we can participate in. So on behalf of Flame, I'm Mr. Salerno. Don't get caught with your fingertips in the wrong places, Dragons, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.